Hey guys, Lance here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me on Look into some MTG market movers for the week. Now, I'm actually going to start with the normal, what do you call it? Standard Modern Pioneer, and also look at the vintage and legacy market from MTG Goldfish, and then we'll have a quick tidy up of what's been happening as far as reserve list cards go. But I've already made my thoughts clear. I'm 100% sure that when the Federal Reserve says that they're going to bring on the pain, it doesn't really make sense to fight them, and I don't think the market is gonna. So I think things are gonna get tough over the next couple of weeks to months. So just make sure that that is gonna possibly go on for a lot longer than people think. Now, what that pretty much means is by the end of next month, the end of this year, there's going to be significant slowdown of the economy, and even if inflation drops down to let's say 5%, the Federal Reserve is going to be like, no, we need to continue moving up, and they're going to continue boosting it up. And if for any reason supply chain issues cause inflation to not come down as fast as we want it to, or they want it to, they're going to keep moving it up. So it's going to affect a lot of people who are borrowing debt. So borrowing money, not a good idea right now, unless you have it in fixed rates from back a year ago. Okay, so moving on to standard. Any big movers outside of the new set that just got showcased, spoiled. Teferi, who slows the sunset, moved up by 81% to $7.98. I'm pretty sure that this was actually shown to be played in a new Pioneer deck, or was it spoiled because of new standard? Anyways, Teferi moving up by almost 100%. Besiju, who endures all, obviously a really good card, $27, a gain of 3%. Toxrill, no one wants to play him in Commander, at least not in my group, which is good because I think he is a terrible, terrible card to play against. But $17 and 3% gain, and Omnath, Lockers of Creation, 3% gain to Nasser at $13.35. I think that copy deck that they played in Commander, they played in the recent Command Zone episode, really showcased what the Commander can do if you just continue copying it. So pretty cool. Moving on to now we'll come back to that. Moving on to Pioneer. So Pioneer Chainveil, I'm pretty sure I covered that one. 11% gain to Nasser at $24.29. Altvara Hellkite, 10% gain to Nasser at $23. Authority of the Consoles, 14% gain to Nasser at $9.67. And Phoenix, God of Deception, 10% gain to Nasser at $12.37. Biggest drops, nothing over 10%, but a lot of these are obviously things that we've seen in the Double Masters, except for Emrakul. Emrakul spiked up, the Promised End spiked up just because I think people wanted to play around with it, and she is in certain decks in Modern as well. Crucible of the Worlds, obviously, in Double Masters, Sarkham, Mechanized Production, I think that was, I don't know if that was in Eidolon of the Great Revel, Brimaz, King of Oreska, Nithos, Shrine of Nyx, Smothering Tides, 3% drop to Nasser at $29.11. None of these are really big drops. I think it's because Double Masters is still very expensive to open the packs. I'm pretty sure that, well, I don't know what the cheapest that I can get here is anymore, but I think it was like $420, which is Australian dollars, which is obviously much weaker than the US currency right now. So no doubt you guys are probably paying a bit less for the boxes, but probably still quite expensive if people are holding on to them. Moving on to, I did not open Modern, really. Moving on to Modern, Tomb of Aramai, 156% to Nasser to $6.90. I'm 100% sure that has to drop down at some point. The biggest drops for the day, nothing really too crazy for the drops. Avacyn Angel of Hope, $48.35, a 5% drop. 5% drop for Grief, now set at $18. Biggest gains, Academy Ruins, 7% gain to now set at $13.95. And Seedborn Muse, a 6% gain to now set at $13.70 for the daily. Biggest drops, once again, nothing really over 10%. You got Damnation here for $27.99, but that was in Double Masters. And now it's sitting at, that was a 6% drop. You got Kozilek, Emrakul, Sword of Fire and Ice, I don't know why that's always on there. Liliana, obviously, because she's getting reprinted. Renin 6, he was in Double Masters. Ulamog, Double Masters. Not 100% sure about Breeding Pool, not 100% sure about Jace, but very small drops overall. They did drop big over the last couple of weeks, so this is probably just the last little bit. But they do look like they're stabilizing. This is also important to remember that at some point they will find a bottom, and that's a good time to pick them up because long term they are still good cards that can be used in a lot of formats. And biggest gains, sort of fine and nice. So I guess this is a turnaround. It's dropped by this much and gained by 3%. So now sitting at $59. This is the new version. I don't know why. I actually think I prefer the art for the old one. But, it might be because it's more on theme. Not too sure. Grief, recovered, doubling season, moving towards its $100. Actually, I think it might have been a bit higher just a couple of days ago. But still, I think it's very stable at where it is right now unless it gets a reprint. Pioneer, covered. So the last one I wanted to look at was these two markets, Vintage and Legacy, are obviously going to be very, very random, sporadic. You got Chaos Orb, 16% gain to now sit at $2,000. You got 21% gain for Dark Pact, 21% drop for Dark Pact. This is unlimited, that's beta. But, it's still pretty crazy that someone might be willing to trade or sell for that kind of price at this point in time. Biggest moves, Mishra's Workshop, 6% gain to sit at $4,619. Pretty impressive. And Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale, 3% gain to now sit at $4,400, one of Rudy's favorite cards. All of these are actually quite impressive gains. What are the biggest drops? Blessing, not really a good card, but obviously it's an unlimited. 27% drop. Force Field, once again, not that impressive, 7% drop, but I sit at $645. Bad Moon, 20% drop to now sit at $200. Vesulian Doppelganger, 22% drop to now sit at $350. Ali of Cairo, 6% drop to now sit at $500. These are all actually quite reasonable drops. I don't think there's anything crazy going on here. You got a reserve list Tiger on here for probably one of the first times I've seen it. A 4% drop to now sit at $401. Any other reserved list moves? Revised edition. Not really. You got a couple of legends moving. Dakin, Blackblade, maybe in anticipation of the new ones that are going to come out. But nothing too crazy. Moving on, finishing up on the dual lands. Once again, covered these recently. I'm expecting them to continue dropping or at least stabilizing at where they are right now. Very unlikely that they're going to spike up aggressively unless someone really, really wants to get their hands on these. And, over long term, you can always stack them up anyways. But I'm just saying that in the next couple of weeks to months, these are probably not going to move up aggressively. So we have time to figure out what the market wants to do, figure out what the market is doing, and buy into them over time. Because you can see that you got a $999 for March 2021, and TCG is probably sitting around about $699. And let's have a look at what I lightly played, $764. So the prices are still very stable, but I'm expecting things to get a bit more harder over the next couple of weeks to months. But don't let that hold you back from getting them if you really want to, and you don't care what the price action does after a certain point. It's more, if you're going to have fun with them, go for it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I know this is a quick one. I just need to finish up and head to bed. So have a good day and see you guys next time.